Undefeated WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder will face undefeated top contender Luis Ortiz. That'll be Saturday, November 4th. It is at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It'll be presented by Premier Boxing Champions, and it'll be broadcast live on Showtime.
Yeah, like I said, the game plan is just, to control the fight with my jab, with my angles, movement, and if I do that, if I do that, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be an easy fight. I'm gonna bring out another part that people ain't seen in Deontay Wilder. I take Luis Ortiz very seriously, so I'm gonna fight in that manner, in order, very seriously. Only thing I can do is give out advice, and my advice to all these fighters: please stop. Just stop. Stop cheating. Work your way up. You don't need nothing to enhance you to do nothing. Why? This is a dangerous sport. Why put that in your body? You know what I mean? Because you're going to get caught. Especially when you fight me, you're going to get caught. Because we strict on it. That's why I said, Luis Ortiz, don't fuck this up. All right.
Well, folks, a lot has happened since that press conference. Deontay Wilder was to fight Luis Ortiz. However, Ortiz failed the drug test. Yes, performance-enhancing drugs, and the fight has been called off. Since then, the commission has stated that Deontay Wilder will fight his mandatory, which is Bermane Stiverne, and that will be Saturday, November 4th. Yes, here at the Barclays Center, broadcast live on Showtime. And this evening, Deontay Wilder was here at the Barclays Center to make the announcement.
I want to thank Steven and Showtime for understanding what Deontay Wilder has been through, and for their continued loyalty and their continued support of Deontay's career. I was so excited, as was Deontay, when we had the press conference at that top of that hotel to announce a fight that all you guys were so excited about, against the boogeyman, against the guy that nobody wanted to fight, against the guy that Deontay insisted on fighting, and then somehow, yet again, for the third time in a year and a half, through no fault of this young man to my right, who's a great champion, the fight went away. And we didn't create the VADA report that got emailed to Deontay and myself and a group of other people. We didn't fail any test. We didn't walk away from any fight. In fact, he was going to sacrifice money, leave money on the table in order to fight a fight that would be a defining moment. He was willing to go to Russia to fight a fight that was supposed to be a defining moment. And that cheater cost us that fight in Russia and wound up cheating yet again afterward. And then even coming back from two major injuries in one fight and having surgeries and coming back, the opponent that was originally scheduled for that comeback fight, we got that VADA letter from. And by the way, if anyone thinks that Deontay Wilder wouldn't have been thrilled, or that Team Wilder and everyone involved with Deontay would have been thrilled to fight Vladimir Klitschko at 43 years old, you're wrong. It's a fight we would have run to if the fight was available. And AJ did what he was supposed to do. He took that opportunity and he made the most of it. Deontay would have done the same thing. And from a personal standpoint, I feel really disappointed for this man, for what he's had to go through. But at the same time, on November 4th, in this building, he's got to defend the heavyweight championship of the world. And he's got to fight a fight that is being imposed on him and that we're forced to fight in order to keep that WBC title. And it happens to be the only man he's not knocked out in his professional career. And I know that Mr. Stiverne better be real careful that night, because I think that Deontay Wilder's going to got a lot of anger and a lot of emotion that's going to come out that night, and it may be directed toward Mr. Stiverne. And I have a feeling that coming out of November 4th, there'll be no fighter that Deontay Wilder has ever fought in his professional career that he will not have knocked out.
Tell you one thing, every time Luke get up here, man, he He motivate, man. He motivates you, man. You should get into the motivation, man. Every time he get up, it makes me, everything he was expressing, like all that feeling, it was just flaring up inside of me, man. It was like, dang, just to feel all his emotion again. Because, man, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. I don't understand. Like I said, I'm the most frustrated guy around. You know, I don't understand. Y'all see me all the time saying I'm the best, calling these guys out. And the best supposed to fight the best, right? I've been doing that all the time. Just like he told you. I've been called Kristal out years ago. What Kristal told me, I need to see him fight better oppositions. But you got the remainder of the belts, and I have one belt. Don't you want to unify something that you never had before? Now that you're retired, you'll never see now? I had that. That could have been easily came if I was just something easy. People make so many excuses, man. They make so many excuses for my career. When the one that the career that it really lies down to, the one that's fighting, one that's building and trying to make the legacy out of the career, he the only one that's not complaining. But everybody else that seems to don't have to get in the ring, don't have to take this pain, this suffering.
Thanks, man.
They say what they want, though. But that's the freedom of speech that we have. Because if speech was something that cost, a lot of people would shut their damn mouth because they would run out of money. They would run out of money. Even the richest would run out of money because they'll run their mouth too much with information that they don't even know what they're talking about. Hearsay. Hearsay. Nowadays, we have reporters, we have people, YouTubers, we have all types of people. They want to do the report, but they don't want to do the research without the report. They want to go off of hearsay. And every first thing that come heard to mind, they run and do something. They run and write. They without even doing the research. Like I said before, you better. Like the pastor would say, as I sit up on you, as if y'all my congregation, I would tell you, do you have your Bible with you? Because I can tell you anything and you'll believe it. But if you got the Bible with you, you can go word for word and you can understand everything he say. And he can't lie to you. He can't deceive you like the devil. He can't come in another form. He come as he are, and you must pronounce his name as who he is. You must reveal yourself. Nowadays, y'all don't want to do that. And they wonder why boxing is hurting for the Americans. They wonder, oh, it's that they worry about the past. And if you do your research on the past, you'll see a lot of things that is still occurring what occur today. But we go off, you know, don't be a fool. Don't be fools. Do your research. Do your research. That's all I say. When you come at me, criticize me, do your research. Because if anything, it ain't just the opponent, it ain't just boxing as the fighters that kill it, it's you guys too. We all a family. We all a part of it. It seems like other countries got it together, but us, we always lacking this shit, but we supposed to be the most greatest country in the world. So we say. So many different problems in the world. So many different things. So many different people. And the reason America is so big because we got so many different people over here. It's so many people, so many different countries, but when they come here, they still represent their people. And that's what I love. And then as American, we don't even represent and support our own. We don't even support our own, then we wonder why the sport is what it is, or we wonder why this country don't. It's easy. It's easy to be for another country because all the countries look at America. They want to emulate. They want to do certain things like America. America always be America. But the thing about other countries, they fighters, they people behind them. They support them full-heartedly, no matter what. And a lot of y'all won't even want to hear it, but that's okay. Do your research. And when you look at a man that's very frustrated, that they called out every one of them, the best on top of the best on top of the best, make sure you get your information right about me. Make sure you do your research on your history so when you go write the blogs, when you go do the videos, when you go tell the story about Deontay Wilder, you get it correctly. Each and every last one of you get it correctly. I am the most feared. I am the baddest, the hard-hitting heavyweight in the division. And if I'm not, please tell your favorite fighter to come and see me. My doors are open. My jungle is free. Please travel down this path with me and see who come out on top. And I promise you, this boy right here, this black American from Alabama, will come out on top each and every time. And I'm gonna put my money on that. Any questions?
Deontay, how important is it for you?
I saw him first.
You got Mike.
Deontay, what are some of the things that we, the writers, reporters, bloggers, YouTubers, have been getting wrong?
You get wrong about, first of all, when you call people, first of all, when y'all consider another fighter that risked his life getting in that ring, a bomb, that's disrespectful, first off. Because any of those brave souls, out of 38, any of those brave souls, you get in the ring with them, let me see how you become a piece of meat yourselves. That's first off. You don't disrespect no fighter and call them a bomb. They risk their lives for your entertainment. And I do so as well. Because if you get in the ring with a fighter like me, with the mentality like me, I'm a real one. And in this business, you gotta have a mentality and heart like me. It ain't cockiness, it's confident. I'm very confident in the business what I do. I got two different personalities. When it's come to boxing, I'm the bronze bummer. But outside of that, I'm Deontay Wilder. I'm the coolest, most gentle giant you'll ever see. I come in love, peace, and harmony. Peace beyond everybody. That's what I can bring. But in this boxing thing, you gotta have confidence. You gotta sound like a savage. You gotta sound like you the best. You can never sound like you need more time for another champion to prepare to put yourself in a better position, AJ. That don't sound too confident. So that's the first off. Second of all, when they get my opponent, when they see what I've done, when I knock guys out, do you see what the effect be? What other heavyweight do what I do? What other heavyweight got power like me? I don't have to punch you in punches and bunches. I don't have to do that. One punch, good night. Watch your body shatter all over the canvas, trembling, shaking. I done broke bones, eye sockets. I done made guys seize. You know, it's the way I do things. The way I speak as a champion, the way I move as every bit of it. People always look at size and shape. It don't matter. I'd rather be the part than look the part. Because you can look like you're a gangster or something like that, but it don't mean when it's time for it to get popping that you're going to do anything. First of all, you'll be the first to flee. Then you put yourself in danger because they coming after you because you're supposed to be with them. Just get the facts right. All the guys I've called out. Oh, why did he fight Klitschko? Why did he ain't fighting nobody? When you have a mandatory, you must fight him. We tried to give you the best fight of your lives here. At the end of the show, Showtime been doing a hell of a job with boxing and give you the great fights, man. Hell of a job. And I was so excited, man, to end the year off. King Kong versus Deontay Wilder. I was so excited for you guys. Everything we do, we plan. We set it up. We here. We hear the fans too. Just because it don't happen don't mean it's not. I'm the best, and I want to prove that. So if we take our time and what we doing. It ain't gonna take too long, I promise you. We ain't gonna take no more than years. We ain't gonna take no years off this. We're gonna give you about a year, so we see what we doing, and we gonna go to the next one. It ain't gonna be no long thing for me. I love fighting. This is what I do. I get a thrill off this. I'm in love with boxing. I'm in love with it. So no man shall I fear. None. So get all them right, get the opponents right, get who I call out. I done called everyone y'all consider the best, I've called them out. And what have they done? From the Pavakins on down to the Ortiz. See, that's why you can't give these guys that's dope in these opportunities. But the first thing about, how the fuck I get blamed for another man's decision? How? How I get blamed? It's just like my brother go do something. How you gonna blame me for it? Well, you his brother. If he did it, you did it. How you gonna blame me? That's all I've done. And every time I try to put from the Pavakins to the Ortiz, now they talking about these Dylan Whites. When you got these other promoters doing all this talking with, man, we so far ahead on some of these people. They think they smile Spartan, but they ain't. We figure everything out. My team's so strong, minded. We figure everything out, and we just let them kill themselves because all things gonna reveal itself in the future. You'll see. Next question.
Deontay, Stiverne's obviously the only guy that you haven't knocked out. How badly do you want that, and how much motivation is that giving you in camp?
Like my friend always say, I'm gonna complete the task, accomplish the mission, and get the job done. This is from the beginning. See, it's deja vu for me, because Stiverne said he told Chris Arreola he was the first time he didn't knock him out. The second time he gonna finish the job. So this is basically a reversal of what goes around comes around. But this time what comes around is something that you ain't gonna be able to weather this storm. this storm ain't gonna be able to be weathered. It's so many, a lot of people may think, wow, that's going crazy, he acting weird, but you know, I'm at peace though. Like I was telling a gentleman, when you at peace, the different things are between life, because in life, no matter who we are or where we are in life, we all gonna go through things. It's called life. We gonna go through things, but when you at peace, you go through it a little bit easier. It become a little bit less hurtful. So, I don't want to even say too much about Stiverne, because I'm gonna just let y'all witness it. Because everything I say, it come to pass. Everything I say come to pass. Why is that? And y'all yet instead, oh, Wilder's just scared. Deontay Wilder ain't scared of no man. No man.
Deontay, you went from having a mega fight, which was Luis Ortiz versus you, to now you, Bermane Stiverne rematch, which most networks did not want, sharing the same building, the same town with UFC 217 in Madison Square Garden. At what point did you go, I must be cursed. This is just everything that could go wrong, it seems, with this fight, and your breakout basically went from gold to crap.
Let me address the UFC 217. I promise you that doesn't make a bit of difference. UFC is bringing out George St. Pierre out of mothballs, you know, in New York City. That's fine, and they're going to do a good crowd, and not one of them, you know, would be someone who would be at Deontay Wilder's fight. Deontay Wilder fans are Deontay Wilder fans. Heavyweight boxing fans are heavyweight boxing fans. You're going to have UFC at every other venue in town, and Deontay's still going to do a crowd. You know, and the reality, I mean, if we think back, and now, you know, Deontay got me riled up. If we think back about Stiverne, a lot of you on that Stiverne fight were writing that Bermane Stiverne was too good a boxer for Deontay, that he was going to expose Deontay, that there was a lot of risk there. So now all of a sudden, we went from a mega fight. Well, let's talk about the mega fight. Yes, Luis Ortiz has got a great nickname. You see him fight Malik Scott. You know, you saw Deontay fight Malik Scott. One fight went about 11 3/4 rounds longer than the other, or 9 1/4. I think it was 10 round fight. So, I mean, I don't want all this, you know, yes, Deontay handled Bermane very easily the first time, but that doesn't mean he's not a quality fighter.
I'm going to jump in for 1 second.
Deontay, you're still 3 weeks away from your fight, and you're fighting yet another guy who has had a PED issue.
Yes.
Are you concerned that something might happen again?
The only thing about Bermane is, with that situation, he did notify Vada. And, well, not notify, well, he did write it on the paper. Or tell them, actually, they ask you if you're taking anything, you know, prior or before, or what we don't know. And that's when you let them know. It ain't no, I forgot, or nothing like that on Luis Ortiz on blood pressure pills. Because if that's so severe, that's the number one thing you should put on the list if it's so life-threatening. And all of a sudden, you just got blood pressure pills when you fighting the man himself. But anyway, I respect that because he told them that. So when he did get popped for it, it wasn't like a secret. He wasn't hiding it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I respect it. I don't think I wouldn't say that now. I wouldn't even say it. I was gonna say I don't think he would cheat, but you can't doubt nobody nowadays. Especially guys that do it once. What a woman say when a man cheat? He do it one time, he gonna do it again. And most times he do it again.
Do you think there's any chance that Pulev beats Anthony Joshua?
I mean, it's boxing. It's boxing. And the thing about it, Joshua getting so much pressure now, because that's all you hear about Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. That's everywhere. That's all they want is pressure for him. They don't want to get rid of that program they got in England, and they fear Wilder is going to mess it up. I know how the old organization runs. I know how the whole, but the thing about it, they fear. When we fight guys, we gonna test you. We gonna test you. No matter what you use in your country, and then we gonna bring our people. We gonna test you. We gonna see. It's a lot of stuff goes on around here that people don't understand. This back behind scene stuff. But we gonna test. And if you're taken, you will get caught. This stuff been around for years. Even back in the day, this stuff was around, man, for years. Everybody trying to enhance themselves to get to the top, and that's what it's about. But I'm just the type of person that, how can you as a man look at yourself in the mirror and say, I did it, when you really didn't? How can you accept that, though? That's what I look at, man. I don't know. That's what I look at. That's why I don't have to take nothing. I don't have to take nothing, and I don't take nothing. You know? For what? For what? What my vessel right here gonna do, this one right here gonna tell it to. I'm smarter than what people think I am in the ring. Just because I look a little wild and do a little thing, you know, I always say it's wilder, but I'm different. I'm different. And when you have different, people don't understand different. It's just like a beat, you know. It's just like being a magician or artist. If everybody had the same boom, 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 and that's how you hear boom, 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 boom. And then when you come in with the different, come in boom, 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 boom. They don't understand it, but the shit sound good though. It's different. But in this case, different because it's me. You know, it's women, but I'm knocking your ass out, though. I'm accurate with every point. And believe me, I can box, trust me. I can box my ass off. I'm dangerous. Dangerous. I just want people to go back and do homework. Just study, just be like, man, what this man been telling us all this time, man. All these people I've been telling you about, all these things I've been saying been coming to pass. And it ain't by coincidence. I've been telling you, let you know. Go back and do your work on me, you'll see I am the baddest. I don't care who got who on their record. Because I could have had the same thing easy if I had the opportunity. Why I don't never get the opportunity? Every opportunity I get to be small. And I still had to work up on in that opportunity to make it to where I want it. I always had to modify my opportunities. When some people just get it right off the bat. Oh, he's the greatest. What did he do? Oh, he fought this. But when I fight a person, it's not so good of a fight. But when they fight him, oh my God, it's the best fight in the world, Tim. Amen. It's the best fight in the world. Every time. And then when I don't get the opportunity, but somebody else get the opportunity, they end up beating them. You didn't. Why you could have did this. But you know. But it's gonna be all right though. It's a new day. It's a brighter day.
So you're convinced that most heavyweights in the division, they are using drugs, and that they have to use drugs, especially when, you know, fight someone like you.
Most of them are. I don't know. Most of them are, but I don't use the term have to because they don't. It's a choice that you make. They choose to, not have to. Because they feel it will give them an extra hump. It's like a booster seed when you can't see your food, but you really want it. You're trying to get it. You're going from chicken to steak. You know what I'm saying? You're hungry. I'm hungry. But I just need a boost. So they put that booster on that seed and they be up in there. They barely in the dough, but they just a little bit so they can eat and talk a little bit to get to the next opportunity. That's why you see all these loud mouth. Most of the ones that loud mouth and stuff like that, better go check on.
So for every fight from...
But what does it do though? At the end of the day, what does it really do? All it does is to notify people that this is what this man is on. Because guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna get suspended about 6 months, maybe pay a fine, and guess what? They come right fucking back. Same thing. Story of my life. Same thing. Man, boxing has opened my eyes. The things that, like I told you before out there, man, met so many people, important people, man. I've been so many places where my life has changed forever. Like, people actually be thinking I'm weird now, just the way I speak, just with some of the things I say. Like, my mind is at peace. I'm at peace. When I go through my trials and tribulations, like I said, it's a breeze. I suffer and go through it, but I'm at peace with it, though. I'm at peace. Anything people come, I'm at peace. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to express it to you. But as a person, after this, I can express my frustration, my pain, you know, my sympathy for you guys and myself, because y'all want to see the best for the best. That's the question about me. People want to know, am he really the best? All the facts are fucking there. The picture is there, everything, but it's the believing part of it, though. It's the believing part. They ain't manufacturing through the head. Why not?
What opponent has hit you the hardest?
The hardest. The only opponent, when I think about that, the only opponent that I can think of, and he had a stiff jab, that was the only thing. Because most of the time I'm taking the sting off of these guys' punches. So if they do tag, it don't even faze me. You know, but the only guy that had a stiff was Johan Duapa. He had a real nice stiff jab. That's the only one I can remember, because people don't really hit me for real. And if they do, it's just, you know, nothing on it.
Deontay, Over here, to your left.
Okay.
You know, in that time that, you know, it was announced that you were gonna now fight Bermane Stiverne, did you kind of had a thought that, you know, with now that you have to fight Bermane now and Ortiz probably not gonna fight Anthony Joshua, as Eddie Hearn kind of said a while back that was going to be the plan after Pulev, do you kind of have a thought that maybe with all this happening, you could possibly get a fight with Anthony Joshua much sooner than originally anticipated, or do you kind of still think that it's more or less the same time frame? Because as you alluded, and Lou kind of alluded, that Anthony and Eddie Hearn aren't really as eager, or at least don't seem to be as eager to fight you as you are to fight Anthony Joshua.
Right. Hearn's a little bit more eager than Joshua because Hearns don't have to get in there and feel the pain and the suffering. You feel me? It's gonna be easier for him. Oh, Joshua gonna knock him out in 3. We'll make the damn fight happen already. You know, we ain't waiting. We still gonna do what we do, but make the fight already. And you know, I'm gonna be like this. I'm happy I'm fighting Stiverne now. As I came to realization, you know, especially after this Ortiz situation, man, these guys just don't want to fight. They don't want to fight. They want to fight, but they don't want to fight fairly, which brings fear. That's the fear factor. You know, story of my life. But the thing about it, I'm happy now that I've had time to calm down and just think about things because, man, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. And I had to get away for a while. I had to go, you know, find myself. You know, it's frustrating when you try to prove people so bad, like so bad. It's like you want to prove it. You got the opportunity. You got what they consider the best. They consider King Kong, the Cuban style. He got power as well too. I'm like, here it is then. Let's see. Let's find out. And all of a sudden, this big fight off, man, where I get an opportunity to finally say, hey, I'm the best. I'm the best. But here's Stiverne. I'm happy I'm fighting him now for the simple fact that he's been my mandatory, and I don't even know how the hell he got in the mandatory position in the first place. I don't know, somebody slipped up and did something. I don't know who's the reason for that, who's to blame, you know, but we just gonna handle the situation and we're gonna get rid of it.
I'm Kristal Hart reporting from the Barclays Center here in Brooklyn, New York. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the fights.